Are you ready, my dear? Are we waiting for you? Or okay. No worries. Okay, and ready? In 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. All right, here we go. We talked about tools, not rules for West Coast Swing, and some of the concepts to get a better idea of our own connection as well as creating one with our partners. Cool? We talk about 3 points of center, not just one. The center is being my spine in itself. I have an upper, a middle, and a lower center. 90% of my movement will always be in my lower center, or what I call my motion center. It's basically pushing my tailbone forward and back, not really using my feet. So I'm using my body for movement. Cool? Not only are there 3 placements of center for my body to be, in my body there are 3 placements of center for my center to be in. Right now I'm in what I call neutral center. That means my spine is in between the ball and the heel of my foot. If I take the tailbone and the spine slightly forward by 1/4 inch, I have the majority, not all of my weight on the ball. Cool? My heel should still be on the ground. You should not be able to stick a piece of paper under it. Cool? Here is neutral, here is forward center. And again, it's barely noticeable, but it makes a huge difference when you're pitched in what I call drive center. For us who thinks about a car and a gear, this is neutral center, this is drive center, and I can move forward and backwards, always staying in forward center. Cool? And because I'm always in motion, you can't tell that I'm in forward center, other than how quickly I can move my feet and my body, right? Now, if I were to switch that and put my body into what I call neutral position, you're gonna notice my movements become a little less fast, right? So it's a little bit slower, but that's okay because if the song is slower, I might want to slow down my movement instead of speed it up. Does that make sense? So those are the 2 viable centers I play in. But there's that 3rd center, right? Which is in the heel. That's my back center. Do I play in back center? I personally don't, but it does exist. Cool? When we talk about the anchor step, my feet anchor, but my body stays in motion. Cool? What do I mean by that? My feet can stop, but if you notice, my body is still moving. That's going to drive me forward. For the leaders, if we anchor, I place it going triple step, and 1, 2. Notice again, I'm pitched. If I fall back, I'm going to fall into the hole. Yes. For my followers, as I anchor my foot, I remember I have steps to that anchor as I settle through that releases for me to move forward. Does that make sense? Cool. So again, we're going to go anchor, ball of that foot. I roll into it, release it so I can drive forward again. Yes? We talked a little bit about tension stretch. The idea is I create my own connection based upon what my partner's giving me. If he's giving me the right connection, I don't have to find it or create it. I just match it. If he gives me nothing, I will create it by shortening my rope. Not by my body, not by leaning away, because then I become heavy. So I always think about taking my elbow to my own body, not my hand to my body, because then I'm pulling on my partner. Does that make sense for both the lead and the follower? Followers, as I come forward, I'm going to pull myself to my partner. I'm not going to pull my partner to me. Leaders, same thing. I'm going to actually pull my elbow to my body, not my partner to my body. Does that make sense? We talked about compression being the idea of my body staying forward as I walk back, and I'm pushing against, not pushing, but staying connected to the leads as he pushes me away. Does that make sense? The final thing we talked about is weight transfer. Just because I pick up my feet doesn't necessarily mean my partner knows where my weight is. If I take my hips, same thing. Can I borrow you, Kristan? Right? So this whole idea of movement, no matter what I'm doing to my body, it hasn't transferred my weight because, again, my tailbone hasn't moved. If she closes her eyes, right, and I do this, and I say, match me, it's going to be very difficult for her to know if I'm on my right or left foot, right? But you can see all my movements, right, and she's trying to figure out which foot am I moving on. But the moment, I know I'm trying to be exaggeration, right? But the moment I actually take and transfer my tailbone from the inseam of my pant leg, notice how she responded right away. I didn't even have to think about it. She knew, right? She's like, oh, there you are. I just changed my mind, right? And again, did I commit 100%? No, because if I did, she's not going to feel it either. That's why I only use my tailbone and transfer to the inseam of my right or left foot, because that's going to prepare, and one is the preparation for her to know I'm ready to use my neck So as a leader, I'm always preparing my partner to go, and a 1, 2, push and drive, pull away, right? As I go through here, notice we both did what? We shortened our own rope, so then we can now move away from the rope. Now you guys see the expansion. Watch what happens when neither one of us uses our rope. Now we're just actually switching sides with each other. Right? Did she ever come in? No, because she kept her distance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you guys are doing this, and a lot of you are just switching sides with each other. There's no expansion anymore. We've lost the essence of the dance. Because what is our dance? Right? We've all been told it's this accordion in and out. How can she come into me when her arms is around straight? And mine too. Come on in, come on in, come on in. She's like, I can't, right? So that's why we kind of bend and extend to come in and then look at the expansion. Not that she traveled any further, but it creates that movement and visual of our expansion of our characteristic of the dance. Well, thanks.